In this video, we will learn the divisibility rules for the following numbers. These are 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 10 and 11. Firstly, what divisible by means? So we have to see what this word divisible by means. Divisible by means that if you divide one number by another number, the result is a whole number without a remainder. Examples: 12 is divided by 6 and you get the quotient as 2 and there is no remainder. So we say that 12 is divisible by 6. Likewise, 15 is divisible by 5. Firstly, we will see the divisibility rule for 2. So a number is divisible by 2 if the last digit is even. That means the digit at one's place is an even number. What are even numbers? You know, 0, 2, 4, 6, 8. So if a given number ends with these even numbers, the whole number will be divisible by 2. So now let's try with these numbers. Among these three numbers, which is not divisible by 2? So you have 572, 1464 and 249. So clearly 249 is not divisible by 2 because the last digit or the digit at the ones place is 9, which is not an even number. So let's remember that any number which is divisible by 2 ends in a 0, 2, 4, 6 or 8. Let's do divisibility rule for 3. A number is divisible by 3 if the sum of its digits is divisible by 3. For example, if we take number 75, you add the digits 7 plus 5, you get 12. Now this sum 12 is divisible by 3 and there is no remainder, so we can say 75 is also divisible by 3. Likewise, 369, you add 3 plus 6 plus 9, you get 18. Now 18 is divisible by 3, so we can say 369 is also divisible by 3. Now let's try these three numbers 572, 1464 and 279. Out of these number which is not divisible by 3. So here 572 is not divisible by 3 because if you add 5 plus 7 plus 2 you get 14 and it is 14 is not divisible by 3, so we can say 572 is also not divisible by 3. So let's remember that for a number to be divisible by 3, the sum of its digits should be divisible by 3. Let's see divisibility rule for 4. So for any number to be divisible by 4, its last two digits are divisible by 4. So we see the examples. 1320. We see the last digits. That's 20. So 20 is divisible by 4. So we can say the whole number, that means 1320, is divisible by 4. Likewise, for 672, we only see the last digits, that's 72. Now 72 is divisible by 4, so we can say 672 is also divisible by 4. Now let's try with these three numbers 564, 4101 and 188. Which number is not divisible by 4? So it is clearly 4101 because the last digit is 01 and it is not divisible by 4. So the whole number is not divisible by 4. Let's remember that for a number to be divisible by 4, the last two digits should be divisible by 4. So let's see the divisibility rule for 5. A number is divisible by 5 if the last digit is a 0 or 5. So let's see the examples. First number is 615. So it is ending with a 5. And likewise 1480. It is ending with a 0. Both the digits, both the numbers are actually divisible by 5. Now let's try with these numbers. 9820, 779 and 560. Out of these three numbers, which is not divisible by 5? Clearly it is 779 because it is not ending with a 0 or a 5. So 779 is not divisible by 5. Let's remember, so for a number to be divisible by 5, it should end in a 0 or a 5. Divisibility rule for 6. A number is divisible by 6 when it is divisible by 2 and 3. So the given number is to be tested for divisibility both for the 2 and 3. You know the divisibility test for 2? That the number should end with an even number. And divisibility rule for 3 was that the sum of the digits should be divisible by 3. So we will see in this example 408. It ends with 8. So it is an even number. So 408 is divisible by 2. Then we will add the digits of the number. 4 plus 0 plus 8. We get 12. Now 12 is divisible by 3. So 408 is divisible by 3. Thus we can conclude that 408 is divisible by 6 also. Now try with these numbers. 8700, 523, 7602. Which number is not divisible by 6? It is 523 which is not divisible by 6 because 523 is neither divisible by 2 nor it is divisible by 3. Let's remember that for a number to be divisible by 6, it should be divisible by both 2 and 3. Divisibility rule for 9. A number is divisible by 9 if the sum of the digits is divisible by 9. Given examples 963. So we add 9 plus 6 plus 3, we get 18. 18 is divisible by 9, so we can say 963 is also divisible by 9. So this rule is similar to the rule we had studied in divisibility for 3. So now let's try with these numbers. Which number is not divisible by 9? Here two numbers 636 and 5541 is not divisible by 9 because when we add their digits we don't get a sum which is divisible by 9. Let's remember that for a number to be divisible by 9, the sum of its digits should be divisible by 9. Divisibility rule for 10. A number is divisible by 10 if it ends in a 0. So any number which ends in a 0 is divisible by 10. So in the given examples, you see both the numbers are ending with 0, so they are divisible by 10. Let's try with these numbers. Find out the number which is not divisible by 10. Clearly, it is 7537 because this number is not ending with a 0. So it is not divisible by 10. So remember, for a number to be divisible by 10, it should end in a 0. Divisibility rule for 11. It is interesting. Let's see. A number is divisible by 11 if the difference between the sums of alternate digits of the number is 0 or multiple of 11. We will try understanding this with the help of the example. The number is 9625. So what are the alternate digits? So first we will take 9, we will skip 6 and we will take 2. So we have taken alternate digits and now we will add them. 9 plus 2 is 11. Now again we will take 6, we will skip 2 and we will take 5. 6 plus 5 is also 11. Now we will do the difference. 11 minus 11 is 0. So we are getting a 0. So we can say 9625 is divisible by 11. Likewise 1749. Here what are the alternate digits? First we will take 1 and 4 and then 7 and 9. You know 7 and 9 are will give a bigger sum, so we will take it first. 7 plus 9 we get 16 and we subtract 4 plus 1 out of it. We get the difference 11. Now 11 is a multiple of 11. So we can say 1749 is divisible by 11. Now let's try with these numbers. Out of these numbers, which is not divisible by 11? It is 5541 because the alternate digits are 5 and 4 and 5 and 1. When we add 5 and 4, we get 9, and when we add 5 and 1, we get 6. 9 minus 6 is 3, and 3 is not divisible by 11, so we can say this number 5541 is not divisible by 11. Let's remember, for a number to be divisible by 11, the difference between the sums of alternate digits of the number should be 0 or a multiple of 11.